all of you to my class. Today we will continue with the first chapter of civics, that is the Constitution of India. In previous class we have studied about the rule and law, constitution, role and types of constitution, law and their importance. Let's start our class with the first topic, and that is law and dissent. In a democracy, laws are made for people's welfare and benefit. We know that. So the people's interest is always be taken into account. If laws do not reflect the interest of the people, then peoples have a right to protest against them. Many times such protests have brought great changes in the law. So simply dissent means disapproval. So let us see how dissent has helped to reshape a law. So the first event we have to talk about, and that is Salt Satyagraha. So under the British rule, British had a monopoly on the manufacture of salt in India. So monopoly means dominate करना, fully dominate, control करना, ठीक है? Their main aim was to collect more revenue from the Indians, so they imposed tax on the manufacturer of salt. Okay, so the salt tax stated that salt manufacturer was a British monopoly. In response, Mahatma Gandhi, along with his 78 followers, marched from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi in Gujarat to make salt. A large number of supporters followed him in the historical Dandi March. The Dandi March drew worldwide attention to the Indian independence movement through extensive newspaper coverage. The Satyagraha against the salt tax continued for almost a year, ending with Gandhiji's release from jail. Our next example for dissent is anti-liquor agitation. According to Article 47 of Indian Constitution on the directive principles of state policy, it is the duty of the state to improve public health and prohibit consumption of intoxicating drinks and drugs except for medical purpose. So in next class we will discuss the directive principle of state policy. So according the Article 47, कोई भी इंटॉक्सिकेटिंग ड्रिंक्स कंजम्पशन करना ये लॉज के खिलाफ है, ओके, अगेंस्ट है. बट मेनी पुअर एंड डेली वेजेस अर्नर्स waste their hard money on the liquor, which is injurious to health and deprive their families of a decent standard of living. Mahatma Gandhi did his best to support his evil from the society. Many groups and individuals responded to the directive principles of state policy in different ways. Some of them were in favor of closing down liquor shops, as well as hotels and restaurants where liquor and the beverage were served. Dear children, please read this case study, page number 229. I will ask some question from here. Okay, so it's your task. Our next topic is Constituent Assembly. India was a British colony for nearly 200 years. The British made all the laws during that period. They introduced Western education, which made us aware of our rights. Infrastructure like a network of railways, roads and telegraph helped to bring the Indian people closer to each other and provoke the spirit of nationalism, which ultimately forced the British to leave. Isn't it? So remember, the Constituent Assembly was given the momentous task, very important task, of framing the Constitution of India. It had its first sitting on 9th December 1946. The framers of Indian Constitution were very much aware of the social, economic and cultural diversity of India. The Constituent Assembly was not elected directly by the people but by the Provincial Legislative Assembly. Provincial means state-wise जो legislative assembly था, on that time it is called the provincial instead of state. Okay, remember. The Congress took care that all these members represented different political parties, communities and regions. There were members from the scheduled caste also. So the most prominent among them Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Maulana Azad, S.P. Mukherjee, K.M. Munshi, Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, the total members of the Constituent Assembly were 389. That was reduced to 308 due to the partition of India in 1947. The members of the Constituent Assembly represented almost all the section of the society. Our next topic is preparing the draft and implementation of the constitution. So a drafting committee with 8 members was formed under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In order to draft our constitution, they studied the constitutions of several countries such as USA, Britain, the former USSR, France and Ireland. Some of good features were borrowed from this constitution and included in the Indian constitution. Remember this, very important. The committee took nearly 6 months to prepare its first draft, which was published on 20th February 1948. This draft was later discussed in the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to frame the constitution. Finally, the draft of the constitution was passed on 26th November 1949 and signed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India.
So that's enough for today's class, my dear students. We will meet in our next class with a new topics. Till now, bye, take care and happy learning.